Hi everybody. I'm going to quickly walk through how to utilize your field log. This is not very different from your class log or your clinical logs that you have already done. There are a couple key things that we need to note, so we're just going to go over those. Once you've logged in, you only have two separate tabs for this one. This one called Summary and Shifts, and another one called Call Log. You're going to start here on this page by entering your shift in. So you're going to enter the date of your shift, the site where you rode, the name of your preceptor, their OEMS number or national registry number, whether or not they filled out an evaluation, the start of your shift, and again, this part here, start and end times, should be entered in an AM PM format. So 7:30 AM works, as does 7 PM. You want to be careful to format these properly so that your hours fill out the way that they should. And again, as before, 7 PM to 7 AM, overnight shifts will still register on here. So once you've got your shifts registered, you'll see that your total hours start ticking up. Everything up here, all of these fields will be filled in as you fill in your skills on the next sheet. Once you have reached the last 60-ish hours of your ride time, you will ride with a capstone preceptor. You will enter your first capstone preceptor, their OEMS number, and the service that they work for. Here, if you need to go back and ride with a second capstone preceptor, there is a place for you to write that in. Down here, it will also total the number of hours that you have ridden at each individual site. This is mostly for our information, but it can be a useful reference for you as well. Moving on to the call log page, this is pretty similar to where you were entering data from your clinical shifts. However, it does not automatically fill the date in because you can reasonably do more than one call on one shift. So you are going to enter the date here that the skills were performed. Many of these are just drop-down menus, and these should all mirror the run report sheets that you will be filling out along with each call that you do. Your emergency, disposition, age, patient, gender, trauma, all of these things. Many of these are just simple yes or no's. Did you perform the skill? Yes or no. Then as we move over, there are some places here, particularly under IV skills and medications, where you're going to need to enter numbers. So on this patient, if you attempted 2 IVs and got one of them, you can write that in. If you enter your attempts and your successes accurately back here on the summary and shifts page, it will give you your success rate, which is good for bragging. Same thing with your IOs, your medications, cardiac rhythms. Again, electrical therapy is not a drop-down because you could foreseeably perform multiple electrical therapies on one patient. Then as we move over, you have your airway skills. These again are simple yes, no's, as are all of the COAMPS airway skills. You do, over the course of your ride time, need to have 5 successful airways in a row. This can be as simple as just performing one of these skills and then marking it as a yes here. As you write your yeses down here, you will get a total of them back here on your summary and shifts page, although you do actually need to perform a skill as well. So let's do an OPA twice so that you can see how this works. When we come back, you'll see that now I have 2. However, if you have a no in here and you come back, you'll see that it is reset to 0 now. That's about it. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. I'm happy to answer them if you run into any problems with your sheet. and I hope ride time goes well.